You wake up in the morning, and before your feet even touch the floor, your knees ache. Your shoulders feel stiff. There's a dull, heavy tiredness that no amount of sleep seems to fix. And somewhere deep down, you've started to wonder, is this just aging? No. It's not just aging. It's inflammation, and it's quietly burning inside millions of people over 60 right now, today, as you watch this. Here's what your doctor may not have had time to tell you. Inflammation isn't just the redness around a wound or the swelling after an injury. There's another kind, chronic, low-grade inflammation, that hides in the body for years. You can't see it. You might barely feel it at first. But researchers now link this silent fire to arthritis, heart disease, cognitive decline, fatigue, and even depression. It doesn't announce itself. It just slowly, steadily, steals your quality of life. But here's what makes this conversation different from every other one you've had about your health. You don't need a prescription to fight back. You need a fork. The food on your plate, every single day, is either feeding that fire or putting it out. And once you understand that, once you feel that truth in your bones, everything changes. Let's start with something humble. Something golden. Something that has been sitting in kitchens for over 4,000 years. Turmeric. The active compound inside turmeric is called curcumin, and it works in your body like a natural firefighter. It blocks a molecule called NF-κB, a key switch that turns on inflammation at the cellular level. Studies published in medical journals have shown curcumin can reduce inflammatory markers in the blood, ease joint pain, and even support brain health. But here's the catch most people miss. Curcumin on its own is poorly absorbed. You must pair it with black pepper, which contains piperine, a compound that boosts curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. A pinch of black pepper with your turmeric isn't optional. It's the secret. Next, and this one might surprise you, extra virgin olive oil. This isn't just a cooking fat. It contains a compound called oleocanthal, which works in a remarkably similar way to ibuprofen in your body, inhibiting the same inflammatory enzymes. A study from the University of Pennsylvania found that 3.5 tablespoons of quality olive oil provides an anti-inflammatory effect equivalent to roughly 10% of an adult ibuprofen dose. Every single day. No side effects. Just flavor, richness, and healing. Drizzle it on your vegetables. Dip your bread in it. Let it be generous. Now let's talk about something that lives in cold, dark water, and carries inside it one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory molecules known to science. Fatty fish. Salmon. Sardines. Mackerel. Herring. These fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, and what they do inside an inflamed body is nothing short of remarkable. Omega-3s don't just suppress inflammation the way a painkiller might. They actually help resolve it. They signal the body to begin healing, to wind down the immune response, to stop the fire from spreading. Research published in the New England Journal of Medicine has shown that regular omega-3 intake reduces levels of C-reactive protein, one of the most important markers of inflammation in the blood. For people over 60, this matters on multiple levels. Because inflammation doesn't only hurt your joints. It quietly damages the lining of your arteries, contributing to cardiovascular disease. It inflames brain tissue, which researchers now connect to Alzheimer's and dementia. Eating fatty fish 2 to 3 times a week isn't a diet tip. It's a lifeline. If fish isn't your preference, high-quality fish oil supplements can help, but food always comes first. Right beside the salmon on your plate, you want something deep, dark, and extraordinary: leafy greens. Spinach. Kale. Swiss chard. Collard greens. These aren't just vegetables. They are antioxidant powerhouses. They flood your body with vitamins K, C, and E, nutrients that work together to neutralize free radicals, the unstable molecules that trigger and worsen chronic inflammation. Vitamin K, found abundantly in kale and spinach, plays a specific role in regulating inflammatory pathways in the body. Studies have shown that people who eat more leafy greens consistently have lower levels of inflammatory markers, and better cognitive performance as they age. Steam them lightly. Sauté them in that olive oil you now always keep on the counter. Add a squeeze of lemon to boost iron absorption. Make them a daily ritual, not an afterthought. And then there are berries, blueberries, strawberries, cherries, raspberries, small, jewel-colored fruits that carry inside them something called anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give berries their deep color, and they are among the most potent anti-inflammatory compounds found in any food. Research from Harvard's Th Chan School of Public Health found that women who ate 2 or more servings of strawberries or blueberries per week had significantly lower levels of CRP in their blood. Not over years. Not after surgery. Just from eating berries. Regularly. Consistently. A handful on your morning oatmeal. Stirred into yogurt. Eaten straight from the bowl, cold, sweet, and doing quiet, powerful work inside every cell of your body. There are 2 more foods that belong in your life every single day, and the first one has probably been sitting in your kitchen this whole time, underestimated, underused, maybe even pushed aside for milder flavors. Garlic. Raw, roasted, crushed, or cooked, garlic contains a sulfur compound called allicin, which activates when the clove is cut or crushed. Allicin and its derivatives have been shown in multiple studies to reduce the production of inflammatory cytokines, the chemical messengers your immune system uses to trigger and sustain inflammation. One large-scale study found that people who regularly consumed garlic had measurably lower markers of systemic inflammation. And beyond inflammation, garlic supports cardiovascular health, helps regulate blood pressure, and even has antimicrobial properties that strengthen your immune defenses, which, after 60, matter more than ever. Crush it. Let it sit for 10 minutes before cooking. That pause activates more allicin. A small habit. An enormous difference. And finally, green tea. This ancient drink, consumed across Asia for thousands of years, contains a catechin called EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, which is one of the most studied anti-inflammatory and antioxidant compounds in nutritional science. EGCG works at the genetic level, modulating the expression of genes involved in inflammation, oxidative stress, and even cellular aging. Research has linked regular green tea consumption to lower rates of heart disease, improved brain function, and reduced risk of certain cancers. 2 to 3 cups a day is where the research suggests the benefits accumulate most consistently. Steep it gently. No boiling water, it makes it bitter. Warm water, 2 to 3 minutes, and let the quiet chemistry do its work. Here is the truth no one tells you loudly enough. The way you eat after 60 is not about restriction. It is about restoration. It is about walking back into your own life with more energy, less pain, and a body that finally feels like an ally instead of an obstacle. These foods are not magic. They are medicine, the original kind, the kind that has existed since before pharmaceutical companies, since before surgery, since before anyone needed to be convinced that what we eat shapes who we become. Turmeric and black pepper. Olive oil. Fatty fish. Leafy greens. Berries. Garlic. Green tea. 7 foods. 1 plate. 1,000 quiet healings, happening right now, in every meal, in every choice, in every single day you decide to take care of yourself. If this opened your eyes even a little, please give this a like and share it with someone you love who needs to hear it. Drop a comment below telling us which food you're adding to your plate starting today. We read every single one.